Hello and welcome to the final of Mastermind. With this program, we reach the ultimate stage in our search for that gifted individual who tonight will earn the title of the Mastermind of the United Kingdom. Here in the Northeast London Polytechnic at Walthamstow, our three finalists in an all-woman final prepare to make their crucial effort. Three ladies who have run through qualifying rounds and semi-finals against tough male opposition now face an extended test of ability under extreme pressure. Now this time, the rounds are longer than in the qualifying rounds. We have 3 minutes on general knowledge and 2.5 minutes on a specialist subject of the ladies' own choice. And in this final, they may, if they wish, revert to their original specialist subject. And the winner tonight will be presented with this handsome Caithness glass trophy by BBC Television's Director of Programmes, Mr. David Attenborough. And now will the first lady contestant please take her seat. Mrs. Nancy Wilkinson, lecturer in French literature at the Cambridgeshire College of Arts and Technology. And what is your chosen subject this time, Mrs. Wilkinson?
History of music, 1550 to 1900.
Having first chosen French literature and then European antiques. 2.5 minutes on the history of music on these dates. Mrs. Wilkinson, starting now. What was the opera that was written for a Chelsea girls' school run by the dancing master Josiah's Priest?
Dido and Aeneas.
Correct. What is the 48?
48 Preludes and Fugues by Bach.
Correct. By what name is Handel's aria Ombra me fu, composed for his opera Xerxes, better known?
Handel's Largo.
Correct. Who was the master of the King's Band who composed Heart of Oak to commemorate the British victories of 1759?
Pass.
What is opera bouffe?
Comic opera.
Correct. Who's considered to be the only great French romantic composer?
Berlioz.
Correct. What form did Mozart's Hafner Symphony take before it became the work we know today?
Serenade.
Correct. What was the sprightly music often paired with the pavan in the 16th century?
Galliard.
Correct. You play it with 2 fingers on the piano, but Borodin, Rimsky-Korsakov and Liszt composed variations of it.
Chopsticks.
Chopsticks, correct. What is the title of the operetta that Sullivan composed without Gilbert to a libretto by F.C. Burnand?
Pass.
Who is the heroine of Beethoven's opera Fidelio?
Leonora.
Correct. Who composed many plantation songs, including The Old Folks at Home and Campdown Races?
Stephen Foster.
Correct. What is the generic title of the 36 pieces Mendelssohn composed for the piano?
Lieder ohne Worte.
Yes, Song Without Words. Correct. Why is Schubert's Quintet in A major known as the Trout Quintet?
Because it has a theme taken from the song of that name.
Correct. Where did Weber, against considerable opposition, establish a theatre devoted to the performance of opera in German?
Pass.
What music did Beethoven dedicate to the Russian ambassador in Vienna in 1806?
Razumovsky Quartets.
Correct. In which city was the first public performance of Handel's Messiah?
Dublin.
Correct. What is the culinary name given to an operatic work such as Love in a Village?
Pass.
What island is a setting for Bizet's The Pearl Fishers?
Pass.
Who wrote the drama of French rural life L'Arlésienne, for which Bizet composed the incidental music?
Mérimée.
No, it was Alphonse Daudet. What is the title that Beethoven gave to a sonata in C minor, opus 13?
Pass.
Who is said to be the founder of German church music?
Schütz.
Yes, Hannu Schütz. Glinka's opera, Ruslan and Ludmilla, was based on a story by whom?
Pushkin.
Correct. Which forgotten composer had his music reintroduced to the public by Mendelssohn?
Bach.
Correct. They were commissioned by Christian Ludwig in 1721. What were they?
Pass.
The music for the opera Covancina was written by whom?
Mussorgsky.
Correct. What is a derivation of the musical term arpeggio?
Harp-like.
From Italian. Correct. Who composed 2 symphonies called the Scottish and the Italian?
Mendelssohn.
Correct. And at the end of your first round, Mrs. Wilkinson, you have scored 20 points. And if we go through the questions you passed on, the master of the King's Band who composed the music for Heart of Oak was William Boyce. The operetta that Sullivan composed without Gilbert was Cox and Box. Weber established his theatre devoted to the performance of opera in German at Dresden, and the culinary name given to the operatic works such as Love in a Village is pasticcio, which means pie. The island setting for Bizet's Pearl Fishers was Ceylon, and the title that Beethoven gave to a sonata in C minor in opus 13 was a pathétique. And finally, what was commissioned by Christian Ludwig in 1721? Well, he was better known as a Margrave of Brandenburg. It was Bach's Brandenburg's concertos. Mrs. Wilkinson, thank you very much. May we have our second contender, please? Mrs. Beryl Leatham Thomas, housewife from Oswestry in Shropshire, what are you choosing for your special subject this time?
20th century English literature.
Your original choice having done murders and assassinations in the semi-final. You have 2.5 minutes on 20th century English literature, Mrs. Thomas, starting now. Graham Greene is well known for both his serious works and his lighter novels. What does he call these lighter novels?
Entertainment.
Correct. Who's the poet who called our modern times the age of anxiety and won a Pulitzer Prize for his poem of that title?
Auden.
Correct. George Bernard Shaw attacked Rachmanism of his day. What was the name of the play about this theme?
Widowers' Houses.
Correct. Who categorized a series of famous essays with the titles On Nothing, On Anything, On Everything, On Something?
Pass.
What was the magazine that first published The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes?
Strand.
Correct. What is the Greek island that Lawrence Durrell claims to be Prospero's cell?
Cyprus.
No, Corfu. What is the name of the bird girl heroine featured in the William Hudson Memorial in Kensington Gardens?
Pass.
What was the nationality of the short story writer Catherine Mansfield?
She was Australian.
No, New Zealand. Who is the narrator in the series of C.P. Snow's books entitled Strangers and Brothers?
Lewis Eliot.
Correct. Who is the authoress born at Knoll Park, famous for a description of country house life?
Vita Sackville-West.
Yes, correct. Who was the author of Time in the Conways?
J.B. Priestley.
Correct. Rebecca West adopted this nom de plume from a strong-willed character in a Henrik Ibsen play. What was the play?
Pass.
In which of George Bernard Shaw's plays is the celebrated scene Don Juan in Hell?
Man and Superman.
Correct. Henry Vincent York wrote well-known novels entitled Loving and Living and Concluding. What is his nom de plume?
Hartley.
No, Henry Green. What's the title Anthony Powell gives to a series of novels which includes a question of upbringing and the acceptance world?
Anthony Powell. Pass.
In which novel would you find the character known as Tom Bombadil?
Pass.
He began his book with a passage from Barbusse's novel Longfair. Who is he?
Pass.
What do these titles have in common? Eveline, A Little Cloud, Grace, and the Dead.
Pass.
Who were Priestley's good companions?
They were a concert party.
Yes, a music hall troupe. Who wrote these lines? Still falls the rain, dark as the world of man, black as our loss.
Pass.
Who was the author of the collection of short stories entitled The Mortal Coil?
Somerset Maugham.
No, Aldous Huxley. What was the last novel written by Samuel Beckett in English?
The Endgame.
No, it was What in 1953, and in that round, Mrs. Leatham Thomas, you've scored 9 points. And on the ones you passed, a series of famous essays with the titles On Nothing, On Anything, On Everything, and On Something were characterized by Hilaire Belloc. The bird girl heroine featured in the William Hudson Memorial is Rima, a sculpture by Rima from Green Mansions. The nom de plume of Rebecca West from the character in the Ibsen play was Rosmersholm. Anthony Powell's series, Question of Upbringing and the Acceptance World, etc., is A Dance to the Music of Time. The character known as Tom Bombadil you'd find in Lord of the Rings by Tolkien. And the man who started his book with a passage from Barbusse's novel Longfair was Colin Wilson with The Outsider. Eveline, A Little Cloud, Grace, and the Dead are all the names of short stories from The Dubliners by James Joyce. And Still Falls the Rain, Dark as the World of Man, Black as Our Loss was written by Edith Sitwell from a poem of the title Still Falls the Rain. Mrs. Leatham Thomas, thank you very much. May we have our third contestant, please? Mrs. Joan Taylor, lecturer in modern history from Newcastle. What is your subject this time?
International relations between the wars, 1919 to 39.
Having chosen first modern history and then the history of music. You have 2.5 minutes on international wars, relations between the wars, Mrs. Taylor, starting now. What treaty was signed in 1921 concerning limitations on naval armaments?
Washington Treaty.
Correct. Quota Acts were passed in 1921 and 24 to limit immigration into which country?
USA.
Correct. What event took place in June 1930, well ahead of schedule?
The evacuation of Germany by Allied
Correct.
occupation groups.
By which statute was Dominion status defined for the British Commonwealth of Nations?
Statute of Westminster.
Correct. The Little Entente of 1920 included Yugoslavia and Czechoslovakia and which other country?
Romania.
Correct. What important post within the Islamic world was abolished by the Turkish National Assembly in 1924?
The Caliphate.
Correct. At about what figure in sterling did the Reparations Commission fix Germany's total liability in 1921?
Pass.
In the Chaco War of 1932-5, Bolivia was one of the belligerents. Who was the other?
Paraguay.
Correct. Which Spanish province was granted autonomy with its own flag, language and parliament in 1932?
Catalonia.
Correct. Who was the French Minister of War in the period after 1927?
Maginot.
Correct. Sir Samuel Hoare had to resign as Foreign Secretary in 1935. Why?
After the Hoare-Laval Pact was disowned by the British.
Correct. What was the official name of the Kingdom of Yugoslavia between the years 1919 and 1929?
The Kingdom of the Serbs, Croats and Slovenes.
Correct. Which Manchu ex-emperor of China was installed as president of Manchukuo by the Japanese in 1932?
Henry Puyi.
Correct. What was the Stresa Front?
It was a front of Britain, France and Italy formed in 1935, but not very much good.
Correct, against Germany. Which part of Czechoslovakia did Hungary annex in 1939?
Part of Slovakia.
Which part?
The Ruthenia.
Correct. Who was the chief Arab national leader in Palestine until he was exiled in 1937?
The Mufti of Jerusalem.
Correct. What port and zone was administered after 1923 by an International Assembly of 27 and presided over by the Mendab?
Pass.
Turkey, Persia, Siam and Egypt ended the capitulations. What were they?
Extraterritorial rights
Correct.
for foreigners.
When Britain recognized the Nanking government in 1928, which political party was in power in China?
The Kuomintang.
Correct. The bankruptcy of which Austrian bank in 1931 began the financial collapse of Central Europe?
The Kreditanstalt.
Correct. A British protectorate came to an end in February 1922. Where?
Egypt.
Correct. Which other nation besides Germany, Japan, Italy, Hungary and Spain became signatories of the Anti-Comintern Pact in 1938-9?
Pass.
And in that round, Mrs. Taylor, you've scored 19 points. And the three that you passed on, perhaps wisely, the figure in sterling that the Reparations Commission fixed Germany's total liability at 1929 was £6,650 million. The port and zone administered after 1923, presided over by the Mendab, was Tangier in Morocco, and the other nation besides Germany, Japan, Italy, Hungary and Spain, who were signatories of the Anti-Comintern Pact in 1938, was Manchukuo in December 1938. Mrs. Joan Taylor, thank you very much. And after a tremendous first round, if we look at the overall scoreboard, we see that just in the lead with 20 points is our lecturer from the Cambridgeshire College of Arts and Technology, Mrs. Nancy Wilkinson. Well, on now to the second round with everything to play for. Can we have our first contender again, please? Lying just first, lecturer in French literature, Mrs. Nancy Wilkinson, who scored 20 with her history of music, and now 3 minutes on general knowledge, starting now. Where is the home of the International Court of Justice?
The Hague.
Correct. Which American state is called the Golden State?
Texas.
No, it's California. Who invented the centigrade temperature scale?
Reaumur.
No, Celsius. 3 rivers in England, 3 in Scotland and 2 in Wales, all have the same name. What is it?
D.
No, it's the Avon. Who was the Italian artist known as a faultless painter whose sculptor is in the National Gallery?
Michelangelo.
No, Andrea del Sarto. What is the name of the Tibetan mountain retreat described by James Hilton in The Lost Horizon?
Shangri-La.
Correct. Who was the author of the novel The Last Enemy?
Richard Hillary.
Correct. What is the English word for the Italian zingaro?
Gypsy.
Correct. In 1877, he constructed the phonograph, which he called the Ideal Amanuensis. Who was he?
Edison.
Correct. First Baron Tweedsmuir, he was at one time Governor-General of Canada, wrote many successful adventure
John
stories.
Buchan.
Correct. Baron Passfield helped to found the London School of Economics. By what other name was he known?
Pass.
Indonesia was declared a republic in 1945. Who was its first president?
Sukarno.
Correct. Which author did Hitler and Mussolini acclaim as a master prophet of right-wing authoritarianism?
Pass.
A member of the family Allodidae, Wordsworth wrote a poem in its praise. What was it? Allodidae.
Pass.
They were founded in the reign of Henry VII for the protection of the royal person. Who were they?
Beefeaters.
Yes, Yeomen of the Guard. At sea, what period of time is covered by the first dog watch?
4 hours. Which 4, I suppose?
No, it's 2 hours. It's 4 to 6. The French gendarme wears a distinctive hat. What's it called?
Kepi.
Correct. He wrote many of the plays known as the Aldwych farces in the 1920s.
Ben Travers.
Correct. It was designed by Robert Fulton and tried out in the River Seine in 1801. What was it?
Pass.
Of which group of islands is Mahé the main island?
Pass.
In France, what was the tiers état?
The Commons.
Correct, the lowest of the 3 estates. In the ancient world, what collective name was given to the 5 regular solid figures?
Pass.
He provoked the Third Crusade by capturing Jerusalem in 1187. Who was he?
Pass.
Her first major success was the film Blue Angel. Who was she?
Marlene Dietrich.
Correct. What is the name of the longest artery in the human body?
Vegas.
No, the aorta. Mr. George Macquarie holds a record of the heaviest man in Britain. What's his weight to the nearest stone?
43 stone.
No, it's 37.5. Mussolini defeated the King of Albania in 1939. What was his name?
Zog.
Correct. Shot towers were once familiar features. What were they used for?
Making cannonballs or
Correct.
shot.
What fortunate discovery was made by Jacobus Jonker in 1934?
Pass.
Who was the commander of the Spanish Armada?
Pass.
Who became governor of Austria after the Nazis had seized power?
Pass.
For what purpose was the sea shanty originally used?
To keep the rhythm when hauling ropes.
Correct. His first novel was Desperate Remedies and his last was Jude the Obscure.
Thomas Hardy.
Correct. Whose 2 sons were drowned in the tragedy of the White Ship?
Henry I.
Correct. And at the end of the second round, you have raised your score, Mrs. Wilkinson, to 37 points. And quickly through the past questions, Baron Passfield of the LSE was Sidney James Webb. Nietzsche was the author admired by Hitler and Mussolini. The member of the family Allodidae was the skylark that Wordsworth wrote about. It was the first submarine that Robert Fulton tried out in the River Seine in 1801. Mahé is the main island of the Seychelles. The 5 regular solid figures in the ancient world were called Platonic solids, and it was Saladin who provoked the Third Crusade in 1187. Jacobus Jonker in 1934 discovered a large diamond, Jonker's diamond. The commander of the Spanish Armada was Medina Sidonia, and the governor of Austria after the Nazis seized power was Arthur von Seyss-Inquart. Mrs. Wilkinson, thank you very much. And our second contestant, please. Housewife from Oswestry, Mrs. Beryl Leatham Thomas. 20th century English literature, 9 points, 3 minutes now on general knowledge starting now. Who led the Huns of the 4th century?
Attila.
Correct. Which character in Richard II described England as this precious stone set in the Silver Sea?
Lancaster.
No, it was John of Gaunt. What are the Roman numerals for 400?
Pass.
The lakes of Grasmere, Haweswater and Rydalwater all lie within which English county?
Cumberland.
No, it's Westmoreland. What is the largest known fish in the sea?
Shark.
Yes, correct. What name is given to the art and practice of bell ringing?
Campanology.
Correct. Which is the longest river in France?
Loire.
Correct. The first Dimbleby lecture was given on television in October this year. Who delivered it?
Patrick Moore.
No, Lord Annan. How many times has the Queen opened Parliament during her reign?
Pass.
Who was Hotspur?
Sir Henry Percy.
Correct. What's the name of the Danish Prime Minister who resigned after his country's referendum on the common market?
Pass.
When was the term concentration camp first used?
In the Boer War.
Correct. Whose plays fall into 2 categories, pièce noire and pièce rose?
Anouilh.
Correct. The American Civil War of 1861 was in the main precipitated by what event?
Slavery.
No, the secession of South Carolina. Bailiwick is a feudal term denoting the limits of a bailiff's jurisdiction. Where is it still used today?
In Scotland.
No, the Channel Islands. Lake Erie and Lake Ontario are linked by which canal?
The Salt.
No, it's a Welland-ship canal. Which breed of dog is considered to be the tallest?
Great Dane.
No, it's the Irish Wolfhound. Who invented the diesel engine?
Rudolph Diesel.
Correct. The Book of Common Prayer was introduced in 1549 by whom?
Pass.
Yabusame is a Japanese version of which sport?
Pass.
University College Cambridge is to change its name to what?
Pass.
The word weald is the Old English for what?
For a meadow.
No, it's a forest. He lost his head after arranging a marriage between Henry VIII and Anne of Cleves. Who was he?
Thomas Cromwell.
Correct. To whom was Churchill referring when he said, "There he stalks, that wuthering height"?
Sir John Reith.
Yes. Who was the first of the Lancastrian kings?
Henry I.
No, Henry IV. Who was the Norwegian explorer who made the Northwest Passage between 1903 and 6?
Pass.
What is the more common name of the flower papaver?
The poppy.
Correct. Who was the American architect whose work includes New York's Guggenheim Museum?
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Correct. Where is the island of Hokkaido?
In Japan.
Correct. What's the name of the town that's the center of the silver mining region of Mexico and the home of the smallest breed of dog?
Chihuahua.
Correct. Many of his plays have been performed by the National Youth Theatre and are mostly about young people. Who is he?
Pass.
What is an auk?
It's a bird.
It's a black and white seabird. Correct. And at the end of that round, Mrs. Leatham-Thomas, you have raised your score to 24 points. A quick glance through the passes. The Roman numerals for 400 are CD. The Queen has opened Parliament 19 times. The Danish Prime Minister who resigned was Jens Otto Krag. Book of Common Prayer was introduced by Edward VI. Yabusame is a Japanese version of archery. University College Cambridge is to be called Wolfson College. The Norwegian explorer who found the Northwest Passage was Roald Amundsen. And the person whose plays are performed by the National Youth Theatre is Peter Tersen. Mrs. Leatham-Thomas, thank you very much.
Okay.
And our final contestant, lying just in second place, Mrs. Joan Taylor, Newcastle lecturer, with 19 points and 37 to beat. 3 minutes on general knowledge, starting now. Where is the Bay of Pigs?
Of Cuba.
Correct. What were the followers of John Wycliffe called?
Lollards.
Correct. Born in Paris in 1908, she made the famous study of the second sex.
Oh, Simone Beauvoir.
Correct. What shape is a large DNA molecule?
It's a very complicated chain, a spiral, double helix.
Correct. Who cut the Gordian knot?
Alexander.
Correct. The Jurassic and Triassic periods of time are part of the Mesozoic era. What's the third one?
Pass.
Which French king was crowned in the cathedral at Reims with the help of Joan of Arc?
Charles VI.
No. I can't accept that.
Yeah.
Charles VII it is. What poet wrote about Flannan Isle?
Pass.
Plato wrote about this island in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. Which island?
Pass.
Who said the philosophers have only interpreted the world in various ways? The point, however, is to change it.
Karl Marx.
Correct. The stalk of a plant which originated in China is used for cooking. What's its name?
Ginger.
No, it's a rhubarb. Why did William Tell shoot an apple off his son's head?
In defiance of the Austrian Gessler.
Correct. If you were Milesian, what nationality would you be?
Pass.
The Adi Granth is a holy book of which religion?
Pass.
What did Charles Dawson allegedly find in Sussex?
Piltdown Man.
Correct. Of which political party is Pierre Trudeau the leader?
The Liberal Party in
Correct.
Canada.
Which union is known as PROP, P-R-O-P?
The Prisoners'
Correct.
Organisation.
What is the Witch of Wookey?
Well, it's something in Wookey Hole in Somerset, I
Yes,
presume.
what?
A waterfall?
No, it's a stalagmite. The Norwich School of Painting was founded by whom?
John Crone.
Correct. If you were in a hammam, what would you be doing?
You'd be in a Turkish bath.
Correct. The position of Permanent Under-Secretary of State at the Foreign and Commonwealth Office is held by whom?
Pass.
Convallaria majalis is a national flower of Sweden. What's its common name?
Pass.
In nautical terms, what name is given to the upper edge of a ship's side?
The rail.
No, it's a gunnel. Born in Stockholm, she started on the road to international fame in the film called The Atonement of Gösta Berling. Who was she?
Ingrid Bergman.
No, Greta Garbo. What's the name of the Greek god of the winds?
Aeolus.
Correct. What did William Mott Miller prophesy would happen in 1843?
The end of the world.
Correct. Gilgamesh, the hero of the Babylonian epic, offended the goddess Ishtar. How was he punished?
Pass.
Mrs. Victoria Woodhill Claflin was the first woman candidate for what office?
Pass.
Men and women of ancient Greece wore a similar garment. What was it called?
Chiton.
Correct. What's the subtle difference between assault and battery?
If you actually beat somebody, it's battery.
Correct, you miss with assault. In 1901, he founded his famous school at Santiniketan. Who was he?
Pass.
Who was the author of The Shooting of Dan McGrew?
Oh, pass.
A sympathetic round of applause. Your score there was 35. And just to flip through the questions, the third period in the Mesozoic era is a Cretaceous. Flannan Isle was written about by the poet Wilfred Wilson Gibson. The place that Plato described in Timaeus and Critias was Atlantis. If you were Milesian, you'd be Irish. The Adi Granth is a holy book of the Sikh religion. And the permanent Undersecretary of State of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office is Sir Dennis Greenhill. The national flower of Sweden is the lily of the valley, and Gilgamesh was punished by a celestial bull that was sent to destroy him, and Mrs. Victoria Woodhill Claflin was the first woman candidate for the presidency of the USA. The school founded at Santiniketan was founded by Tagore, and the author of The Shooting of Dan McGrew was Robert William Service. Mrs. Joan Taylor, thank you very much. Well, a tremendous battle between our three lady finalists, and at the end of the round, if we look at the final scoreboard, we see that the winner with 37 points is our Cambridgeshire lecturer, Mrs. Nancy Wilkinson. And will you now take your proper place, Mrs. Wilkinson? Well, many congratulations to all three doughty ladies, and I now have the greatest pleasure in asking the Director of Programmes of BBC Television, Mr. David Attenborough, to present the Mastermind Trophy to the winner.
Well, it was a performance that left me and I guess millions absolutely breathless. And I suppose I better call it Mistress Mine next time it comes round. Many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, that brings us to the end of this series of Mastermind. We'd like to thank all the universities that have given us hospitality and all the television outside broadcast production units that have made this series such good fun to work on. I'd also like to mention, especially, our researcher and timekeeper, Cherry Coles, who's done so much work behind the scenes to keep me from making even more mistakes than I've done. Now, we've had lots of letters from people wanting to take part in this series, and I can now tell you that we will be back next year with a new competition. And if any of you have got aspirations to become the Mastermind of 1973, then we'd like to hear from you if you'd like to be considered for an audition, and the address will be given at the end of the programme. But so, now, until next year, our congratulations once again to the winner and all the finalists, and now it's goodbye for the last time from Mastermind.
Sally Magnusson joins the panel on Call My Bluff next as the vintage quizzing continues on BBC 4.